All right, before getting into rhythm sheet 1A here, you need to understand a few things. One, all of the rhythms on this page are simply a combination of four pieces of little rhythmic vocabulary that you've learned already. They're either a quarter note, a quarter rest, so you should probably put this one over there, either a quarter note, a quarter rest, or an eighth note, or an eighth note rest, and a single eighth note behind it. These are the only four things that are made out of this. So for instance, if I just called them 1, 2, 3, and 4, just so you can have a reference. Measure 1, right here, is like going 1, 4, 2, 1. So I've already copy and pasted 1 and 4, and then 2 would be taking this quarter rest, putting it there, 2, and then 1 would be putting this there. Copy, paste. Do you see how this measure and these two things are identical? It's just these four rhythmic vocabularies are combined to make this up. So let's do it again with another one. Let's do it with this measure right here. So if I take this measure and cut that, this is the same as 4, 1, 1, 3. And I'll do it real quick if you can be patient for a second. Copy, copy, paste, paste, and then 3 is this guy. 3, copy, paste. So if you can understand these four pieces of vocabulary, you can read all of these. There's a lot of combinations that are possible, but it's not that complicated. I want you to understand the difference between complicated and difficult. It's not that complicated, but it can be difficult. So if you can comprehend these four pieces, you'll be ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to bite these off 4 at a time. So this will just, right now we'll do 1 through 4. And the way I'm going to do each one is we're going to count it first twice, and then we're going to count and play twice. So we'll do the first two together. Here we go. Metronome, we're going to put it at 70 BPM. 2, ready, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now, if you're not ready, don't go on. Maybe rewind and listen and watch me do that again, or hit pause and practice it by yourself a few times. But if you're not ready, if you didn't understand that, stop and interact with the video till you understand. Here we go. Clapping and playing. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now, I'll say it one more time. If that didn't make sense to you, you weren't ready for that, you have to stop the video, go back, and practice it on your own, and then try it again. Number 2, counting only. 1, 2, number 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and clapping. 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and number 3. Number 3's got a half rest. 2 beats of rest, 2 beats of rest, 2 beats of rest. Counting, 1, 2, number 3, just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clapping. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 4, gonna count it. 2, number 4, here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 4. Clap it. 2, ready, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 4. All right, for the next 4, for 5 through 8 here, what I recommend doing is that you're going to go ahead and count these on your own, and I'm going to play them. So this is for 5 through 8. You count it as many times as you need to, so you're comfortable. And then once you're comfortable, we will count and play together. So go ahead and pause it right now, work on number 5, and when you're ready, we'll count and play together. Pause. All right, hopefully you're ready. Here we go. Number 5. 1, 2, 2 times, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. All right, that wasn't good. Stop it, practice it, rewind. Take a second to count through number 6 and practice that one. Go. Practice 6. Hopefully you paused it already and you're back. Number 6. 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4. All right, pause the video, go practice number 7, and come back. Okay, here's number 7. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and. Number 8. Pause the video, do number 8. Here we go, number 8. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. With all of these, if you're not comfortable, you have to do this a lot. This is as challenging as this has become so far. Quarters, eighths, halves, and wholes. This is the hardest part. Go backwards. Practice. This takes time.